Hello everyone, I'm so sorry I didn't upload anything in the last few weeks, but somehow I was really stressed and really not motivated to work on bigger art pieces or edit videos because I did have the footage already lying here since last year, I think December or November, I'm not sure anymore. But I just couldn't get myself to edit it or at least do the voiceover, because editing is okay for me, but voiceover always requires a little bit of courage from my side, and I'm also not always in the mood to talk 20 minutes straight, also because I'm usually a really quiet person and I don't tend to talk that much. I'm much more a listener, I think, than a talker, so this is quite unusual for me, but I also I think I enjoy doing art and talking about it, so that's fine by me, I think. So this is a portrait from a dear colleague that left us last year, or left my company last year, and I did a portrait for her. I like to do that for colleagues that I really like, because I think it's just kind of such a personal present or gift, and I think it's just quite a nice idea. So this portrait obviously shows her or features her, and I really loved working on it. I used some of her photos, so I used several photos to just get the likeliness, and I think I captured it quite well in the drawing. And that's also why I like the drawing more than the end result, because I messed up the skin a little bit, I think. It's way too dark, but that's just what happens with watercolors. You can't really control, and then mistakes just happen, but I think that's normal and you should get used to it, or I should get used to it at this point, because it just happens all the time with traditional media, and sometimes a lucky accident happens. In this case it didn't. But I think it's still a nice portrait and I am happy that she likes it. But there's also something I'm a little proud of in this portrait, and that is the hair. I'm really not that used to, or I'm really not good at it, or I did not practice enough painting or drawing wavy or curly hair, and I think it turned out quite nice in the end. I obviously took a lot of the photo, or I took the most of the photo that I could get, and so it worked a little better than just imagining it in my own head, but it turned out quite well, I think. I used several layers of watercolor for the hair and the skin to make the complexion darker, and also to have a lot of color variations in them, because skin is just not one color, and you try to use different colors or different hues or tones to create more depth, and this is what I try to do. I try to vary my colors a little bit, and one thing that I do like the most, or that I tend to do the most, and that is really my comfort zone, is painting portraits from the front and from women. So this is something that I really enjoy a lot. I just don't know what it's about portraits from the front. I just really love them. Perhaps because you get to see the whole face and nothing is distorted, because when you see it from a 3/4 view or from other angles, it's some features are just distorted, and I find it quite hard to, not also quite hard, but I just don't know, I find it prettier from the front. Let's just say it like this. This is just what I like the most. Here I tried to redo the nose because I darkened it too much, and that didn't make sense or didn't look like her, and I think I made it better, but overall it got quite dark. And that's just not her exact skin color, and that bugs me a little bit. I know this happens, and I should relax and just take it as it is now. But I think this is something that I can improve in the future. Also that the skin looks like quite muddy, I think. So if you do have any tips, please share them with me. I don't know if it's with the paper, if the paper is too grainy, or if the water, if the colors are too grainy perhaps as well. I know they do have different colors from different providers. Is it called providers? No, I don't think so. From different brands, let's put it this way. And they're not, they're just different. And as you could see, I tried to go in with orange a little bit, just to make her skin color seem a little bit warmer. And I think, here I tried to lighten it up a little bit because it got too dark. It didn't work as I wanted it to work. But yeah, as I said, it's just okay, and I have to live with this situation now. And it's also not really, really bad. So I think that's okay. I still try to rescue the nose or redo the nose. I don't know when I got to finish there. And then I will do the lips, I think, and the hair. So because I was so stressed and unmotivated in the last few weeks, I decided to just do simple portraits in my sketchbook and line them with Copic multiliners, and just set a few color accent with markers. That's what I like to do a lot with sketches. I think it just enhances them a little bit, and as I do like to do portraits, it's just a simple way to make it look prettier, I think. Here I'm going in with some color pencils just to enhance the features and to set some small details as well. And I think I'm just switching over to the hair in a second. I already laid down a base color. I think it's kind of a greenish or bluish black. I also believe that you try to switch up your detail work and your just plain shapes with not a lot of detail. As you can see here on the right, there is just one plain area just with black, and then on the other side there are a little more details, because I think it's good for the eye that you have a resting point and not have to go from detail to detail to detail. It's kind of a relaxation point for the eye, if you can describe it like that. And I think it's good to switch it up from time to time. I didn't record the background because I thought it's quite basic. I just drew a circle shape, and then in the middle I painted with a basic flat color. That's what I like to do with portrait, because it just, I don't know, it just makes them a little bit more finished, at least for me. I could have made the transition between her shirt and the background a little bit better, I have to admit, but I didn't, and that's now the situation how it is. I don't know if I even painted her shirt. We have to wait, I think. But we're also almost at the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing as well. And if you like to see other paintings of me or other drawings, then consider joining Instagram and looking at my pictures. And then I'll just leave it here, and I talk to you soon then. Bye guys!